Hi, today I'm going to go over the infotainment system, show you how to use the touchpad, and also show you how to customize the screen and move apps around. The touchpad isn't like a touchpad on a laptop where you have a cursor that you move around a screen. It more represents the screen. So where you touch on the touchpad is where the screen is highlighted. So if I touch in the upper left, the screen is up in the upper left is highlight navigation, upper right, Apple CarPlay, lower, Sirius, on the right, settings. If I touch in the middle, over here, it'll go to Bluetooth, up top, home, hits, well, that's, so you go over a little far, so you have to know where you're going. If you hit the wrong thing, you can move your finger over and go over to where it's at. But again, you're not moving a cursor, you're touching where you want it to touch. Now, there are multiple pages. If you see on the bottom, there's a little list-like icon and then 3 dots. If you want to go to the next page, you use your finger to swipe. So there you swipe and it goes to the next page. Swipe again, goes to the next page. Swipe the other way if you want to go to the other direction. So that's how you go from page to page. The left screen is customizable. What you see here may not be what yours currently looks like, but you can change what apps appear on what screen. And how you do that is you press down on the app. So you touch it as if you're gonna press it, but you do like an Apple, if you have an Apple iPhone, it's like a force touch where you press down and hold down, and then it'll switch and you'll get options up ahead. So for hits 1, you'll see it says remove from heads-up display, or remove from homepage and heads-up display, because I have hits 1 in my heads-up display. Now that I'm on this app, I can move it and say I want it to be over here or down here, or if I want to move it to the next page, you can move to the next page and then put it there. So I can go back here and say, well, I'd rather have this down here, press, and now it moved it there. Now I'm in edit mode because I had done that, and I can go and change something and say, well, settings, I don't use that much. I'm going to press it, I'm going to move that to the next screen all the way to the end, and then put that over here, and now it's down there on that page. If I do the back button, it'll go back and get me out of edit mode. So AM radio, it says add to heads-up display or remove from homepage. Now I never listened to AM radio really, so I'm gonna go up here and do remove from homepage, and now it's not on any of my home pages. If you remove it from the home pages, you still get to it by swiping over and going to this list, which the list has everything, where again you use your fingers and you can either scroll using your finger flick, or you can go over to these arrows and press it to scroll down. So you can still get to everything. Now the right hand screen on the infotainment you control with pads over here. The top one is like a home, where it will take you back to this screen, which shows you the cards, they call them, where this slider will navigate this side, where it'll take you up top here and to the 3 different options. There is no way to customize this. These are the cards that are available. I haven't found any way to remove them or add anything. Again, it's the same motion where it's not like a cursor. Where you touch is where it will touch on the screen. And again, you can like slide if you hit the wrong area. And then once you click on something, it'll go into that card. And when you're in a card like this, like you see the 3 dots on the side, you can slide by using the flicking motion again and slide between the options available on here. So that's how you do that. If I want to go back to the home screen of this, if I press that, now I see the cards. If I go up here, these are the notifications. Click on that, you'll see that it'll show me the notifications over in the other screen. When you use Apple CarPlay, it becomes a little confusing because it does not work the same way the touchpad. You'll see when I touch here, it's right now on Sirius XM, I'm touching the touchpad, it is not moving it. So it does not work the same way. It works more like a traditional touchpad on a laptop, except you don't have a cursor you're moving around. It moves around from the highlighted areas. So if I put my finger on and I scroll around and move it, you'll see it's moving between the different apps. But then I do run out of room up here, and I have to reset my finger to move it around. So that's how it works, more like a traditional touchpad. And if you want to move over to the left, where the the home button is so forward, you have to give it a little swipe kind of, and then you can move up and down and do stuff over here. Or if you want to get back over here, sometimes you can just move it over with sliding it. Other times you have to do a more forceful kind of slide, I would call it. So you have to get used to it, because once you get used to the touchpad the way it works, when you use an Apple CarPlay, it does not work the same way. So that's the basics of the navigation system and how you can move around it, how it differs from using a normal touchpad you may be used to on a laptop, and then how you can customize the screens to put the apps where you want them, so you can have the most used apps on your home screen or your first screen, so it's easier to get to. Thanks for watching.